wonderful, wholesome Christian talking about how to stop lusting after women that want to destroy you. A normal topic for normal fellas to talk about. You know, how to stop women that want to destroy me. I'm attracted to for some. Let's talk about this. Apparently, this is a problem. This is a problem. Just having a normal day. This is a normal Christian day for him. All right. What's his name? Men on a Mission is his channel's name.
Who are some of the most attractive people out there? Maybe for you.
Who are the most attractive people out there? Let's turn you up, and then you can ask that again. You're not very loud. You're a loud guy. Floppy ears.
Who are some of the most attractive people out there? Maybe for you, the first people that come to your mind are actors or pop stars. Maybe it's Instagram models or influencers.
My wife.
In our world where we are saturated with content, images, and pictures that are often sexualized, the idea of being attracted to somebody online or having a celebrity crush is pretty normalized. But what I want to hone in on today, what I want to get us to do is to retrain our attraction. Now, this might sound like an impossible task. How can you retrain your attraction?
Okay, so it sounds like you might be gay. It sounds, are you gay? You don't have to, attraction is not a choice. You're just attracted who you are attracted. I think this is like a suppression method. Just go fuck some boys. Well, not boys, like, one of the boys. One of your pals. Please don't, look. Wow, I shouldn't have said that to a Christian. All right, let's just move past it. I forgot Christians, can't say that to a Christian.
Well, here's the problem. That we are, by and large, especially as men, heavily captivated.
Doesn't it have a stand on it? He's holding the mic by the stand, it seems.
By people online, by women online that we don't know. We've talked about that on the channel before. More than that.
Cloud Killer, thanks for following it.
We are attracted to women, oftentimes, that want to destroy us. And that might sound dramatic, but it's true. When women...
What? Why? What? What's he say? Who? What? I'm sorry. That was a lot of me just being befuddled. That wasn't really commentary, but that was how I felt, genuinely, though. How do you get here? How do you... We're just starting with this. This seems incredibly presumptuous, I think. Okay. He's going to make a case for why we lust after women that want to destroy us, right? Not just that we do, and he's just going to say that we factually do that.
Women are putting out sexually provocative pictures online to utilize men for their own ends. They're trying to destroy you. They're trying to lead you down a path that you should not want to go down. And so what I want to do, I want to help you retrain your attraction. One key principle here that we need to be aware of, it's this idea that what you consume is what you crave.
Can we just address right now that his brain is boiled and he can't actually just socialize with a human being because of this shit? Like, do you want to know my fucking pickup artist advice, chat? If you're trying to talk to people like they're human beings, and then if you guys are mutually attracted to each other, you will end up fucking. It's going to happen, I swear to God. Who doesn't exist? So, just try it. There's no one to help you except for you. You too can fuck. Find people that are mutually attracted to you, and you will fuck them. If that's what you two want to do together. It's almost certain to happen. We're little monkeys, chat. Stop giving every human all this credit. We're all horny little monkeys, and we just want to be safe with one another and to fuck a little. And to, hang out and eat food and pick each other's bugs off each other's hair and shit.
You consume is what you crave. So let's get to the heart of that. If you are consuming constantly, like porn, Instagram content, YouTube content, pornography, OnlyFans, whatever else that looks like.
Pornography or OnlyFans. If you're constantly doing that, okay. We can talk about sexuality without always assuming that it means that any expression of your sexuality is like an addiction that is like really bad. If you occasionally fucking jack off, who cares? If you jack off habitually multiple times per day, probably a problem. But maybe not. If it doesn't get away in the other stuff, if it's just part of your fucking day, maybe you're home a lot and you're bored, I don't care. I really don't. If it's like hurting your life, maybe. Like if you're hiding it and you're like, gotta change parts of my life about to organize my faps. You know, you're probably being a little weird about it. It's probably, you know, or you're depressed. Maybe you're depressed. You know, it's okay to touch yourself though. There's no wrong way to. I mean, even what I'm saying, like really, in the grand scheme, it really doesn't matter. Touch yourself. Fuck it. You know, that's my advice. You want to touch your ding dong? Touch it. Your hoo ha? Do that. You want somebody else to do it? Well, then acquire consent, my friend.
You are going to crave more and more of that, and that type of woman, a woman that is, provocative.
Ooh,
and
like provocative
not
women.
modest.
Ooh, I like non-modest, provocative women. I mean, you know, but it's not because like that's what I like. It's just like I also like them when they are modest and non-provocative, because not every woman is provocative in every moment of her life. Caught me, I'm the guy. Hey, look. I'm attracted to women. It happens to the best of us. Not all of us can be pure gay Christians. Some of us have to be heterosexuals around here. That's me. Whoops. Catch me out here virtue signaling my attraction to women. He's so dreamy.
Woman that is basically just prostituting herself out there. You find that...
Yeah, man, you got to get over that shit, prostituting herself. You're jealous. You're just jealous. It's weird. You're jealous of other men having the ability to have some kind of access to a woman because you think that, you know, you're very possessive over her because she's a possession to you. And it's very strange. It's odd. It's odd to do this.
More and more attractive the more that you consume that. You realize so much of it is conditioning because other people in other cultures find other things, other temperaments attractive. And so you can train your attraction. And the Bible actually does teach us to do that, to love what is pure, what is right, what is good, to what is...
What's pure, right, and good. How many of those run into age of consent conundrums? How many of your pure things, your caveats, run into modern law? You know, how many conflict with these?
Holy.
You're confused? Well, he says if you're attractive and you're showing people, that's prostitution. Okay? He's a Burker guy. Burker?
So maybe you're watching this video right now and you're saying, Isaac, okay, I want to be attracted to what is good and what is right, but I just find my heart so easily captivated by the things of this world, by folks on, girls on Instagram or, by pornography, and I just don't want to be attracted. I don't even want that. I don't even want to want that stuff. And if that's your heart, you're in a good place. But
you're not. I mean, what are we going to do? What are we going to do here other than the work that we were sent here on this earth to do? Commanded by our God, the Cob. The Cob. The Cob God. Spell check always, chat.
like I said before, what we consume is what we crave. So if you don't change your consumption habits, then you will continue to crave what is not good for you. And so where do we go? We go to...
It's cold.
Thanks for following. That face when consuming. So women existing is not you consuming things that you don't that are bad for you or something. Like hot ladies on Instagram or on Twitter don't have to affect you in any way. You can just acknowledge that someone's hot and then continue with your day. You feel me? Like we just acknowledge it. You're a hottie. I'm attracted to you. Moving on. Doesn't have to be their problem. It doesn't have to be your problem. It doesn't have to be anyone else. Like, we don't have to talk about it. Yeah. You can just be like, that's a hottie. Move on by. You can go retweet, like, whatever. You can reply guy. You can quote tweet. You can just move on. You can you can see a lady in real life and fucking not and bother her. Unless you're in a social setting where people want to talk. One of those bars or clubs I hear so much about. You can you can do something like that. It's usually a place where people are consenting to intermingle. You can do dating apps, things like that. If you feel a little lonely, I'm sure someone will be like, "Hello, hey, video guy, ever think maybe God wants you to be attracted to those cat boys?" True. If cat boys were a sin, then why would God make him attracted to them? Is it a test?
The Bible, we go to Proverbs 31. If you want to talk about who you should be attracted to, who you want to train your attraction towards.
Oh, man, I have seen some women looking fine and not once yelled at them from my car. That's what I'm saying, man. Women be looking good. We can give a cursory glance, acknowledge the presence of a person, and move on with our lives. We don't have to like double take. We don't have to fucking slobber. Person just getting groceries or some shit. I don't know when these happen.
We have a great description of a godly woman in Proverbs 31. Let's go there. Strength and dignity are her clothing, and she laughs at the time to come. She opens her mouth with wisdom, and the teaching of kindness is on her lips. It talks of a woman who is entrepreneurial, who gets up in the early...
And sexualized her throughout it, because that's all women are to biblical men. What a fucking weirdo. We have to talk about how women are, their body parts are like their thoughts. Her wisdom is on her lips. And her titties. And her asshole.
Early morning.
It's the wisest butt ever.
Or early morning to provide for her family, to sell different things, to make different things. A woman that is self-controlled.
Literally, there's a Bible verse in there that talks about titties and mountains and shit. It's crazy. Like fucking antlers and...
This woman is patient and focused on the things of God. I want you to wrap your hearts around this. If you need to read this a few times, go through the full book of Proverbs and also just chapter 31.
Just go through the whole book of Proverbs. I wonder who's done that before.
And you will begin to crave those things that you consume. You'll begin to want, okay, this is the kind of woman that I want and that I should be attracted to. That doesn't mean there's not going to be times where your heart is captivated or, you see something and you need to pull away, right? Because we're retraining our desires and our attraction. But trust me, as you change your consumption habits, what you crave will change.
So, if you watched... I wonder... This is something I'd like to ask this guy. If you watched a bunch of gay porn, would you just become gay? Because I have seen people with penises naked before. And I have never thought, damn, that is a penis I'd like to play around with. That is you ever seen him? Like this guy right here. I acknowledge that I think this guy is probably a conventionally attractive man. He is made less attractive by being a crazy lunatic. But he looks like a normal, attractive enough guy. He sort of has like a Paul Walker thing going on. But I don't want to fuck this guy. I don't have a sexual attraction to this guy. He does look like a bird. He could look a little bit like a bird. He's a bird guy. What's wrong with being a bird? A little. Ain't nothing wrong with your face, men on a mission. Ain't nothing wrong. Anyway, I'm just saying, like, I just don't think that this is how attraction works, my dude. Pretty sure it's not how it works. Can God make a penis so attractive even he had to admit he might crave it? I like, if you're getting really crass, they do the thought experiments of God's perfection. It's always God could give the most perfect blowjob. Because, he literally could, right? If he is perfect, he could do that. Or Jesus could have.
You won't want pornography anymore. You won't want OnlyFans anymore. You won't want to follow those women on Instagram anymore that are just prostituting themselves, because that won't be attractive to you. Because that'll just be like, wow,
Yeah, you won't be attracted.
there's nothing in that I desire, because what I desire is a godly woman, a woman that is focused on God and how she can grow.
A godly woman focused on God.
In her walk with him, and that is modest, and all these different wonderful attributes that are
modesty and being Christian. You want a Christian woman without an OnlyFans is what I'm hearing. Okay. You know what would work? You know what would really help this OnlyFans thing they're worried about? Economic parity among the sexes. That'd be okay. You'd still have OnlyFans. People make a lot of money on that shit, but you'd have less of it. A lot of people turn to it because they need money, and they have a little side hustle thing going on. Some of it turns into a main hustle, but most people don't. Is he angry about getting rejected by a woman on OnlyFans? He's angry that women on OnlyFans find out that he's a Christian and don't want to have sex with him. I think people that make these channels are literally just trying to get. They're like, man, I want a girlfriend so bad.
Are demonstrated in this chapter. That's what we begin to be attracted to. God changes our desires. One of your most powerful tools as a single man is honing all of your, what I'm going to call pent up sexual energy into action, into building something, into productivity, building a business, serving other people. You have all of this energy.
We could be fucking, but instead I'm building houses. You could do both. You could fuck and build houses. Yeah, it's not, this is so weird. You can have sexual desire. You can acknowledge a biological response in your body. You can acknowledge your own personal desires and how those two intermingle from time to time. Ooh, I'm thinking about, sucking on a puss. Just want to just slurp out organs. That's how the seculars have sex. That's how disgusted Christian men are with pussies. I'm oh my God, it's dirty. It smells, man. Stupid. They're gay, dude. I think they're just gay. Just be gay. It's whatever. Just be pan. Be whatever, man. I think these guys are so hung up on this.
But in turn, you're actually giving it to women that hate you, that want to use you, that want you to,
Pan is gay? No, don't tell them that.
Use all that energy.
Don't tell them that. Do you know how long people have been, I'm not gay, I'm bisexual. Buddy. That's gay. That's okay, though. Who hurt this man? Nobody. The fucking religious belief he has hurt him. It knocked his fucking brain out.
On them, even though you don't even know them, and you shouldn't even desire them. You shouldn't even be attracted to them, because that's not what God wants you to be attracted to. You know what I mean?
Except he made you with that brain.
And so take it back. Take hold of your life. There's not enough time for you to waste on just focusing on these women that you don't even know and putting that energy into them when there's so much left to do to take dominion over. I pray that you
How long are guys spending on this? How long? What are we talking about here? How much time are we spending, on an OnlyFans page? How long does it take y'all? We hanging out there all day long? Is this taking major moments of your day? How long does porn consumption take for a Christian man who is scared to touch his dick? Is this Christian Sigma grind set? I don't know. Dude, I guess maybe my problem here is I might be thinking, a person who says he has an attraction with a woman may spend a moment or two on the topic and then move on with his day. I think I might be wrong here. I think I might be too hinged for this one. I think I might have to start assuming that he spends so much fucking time obsessing over women he can't fuck and, like, looking at porn because he doesn't have any outlet for his sexuality or something. Are there any Christians that had, just secular people that had repressed sexualities growing up and, like, into your adulthood? Did you spend, like, a fucking an inordinate amount of time on this kind of stuff? Like, even at my fappiest years in my life, when you personally, it was when I hit puberty when the internet came out, chat. And so it's like, oh, you find out you can touch yourself, and it's like, even at my most, it's like, Jesus, it was like a fucking, more like a special occasion than a fucking, like, I can touch my dick in school. Never fucking once. Never one time. I don't think I've ever heard of that happening. I'm sure it does. I did for a while. I got out of the house because well, there you go. I mean, hell yeah, dude. It's always the most hardcore religious trend to be the most horny zero impulse. I don't know, dude. They just need therapy and not to be religious.
Would be intentional about retraining your desires, and that you would focus on consuming the things of God.
To be fair, Jake is the most normal dude in the world, to be honest. That might be it. I'm really not normal, though. Never heard a man more mentally stable. I had a bad day yesterday. I was just like, man, I nothing's really getting in my jellies. And I was like, fuck, I just feel like totally fucking useless. And we were talking like, maybe I have like a little depression or something. But like, I don't know. Now today I feel just totally fine. I don't know. Maybe it's because I ate like shit the day before, though. I don't know. Why do they think about it so much? It's okay to get down sometimes. So that's what I was saying. I don't think it's so. People I see that battle depression, and I could be wrong. Believe me. This guy. Okay, wait. Let's talk about this because I guess it's part of the mental health discussion on this video. People that I see battle depression, my mom, for instance, and other people, friends and stuff. It feels like a long thing. If I have a bad day, I have a bad day. And, like, I'm good for, like, 1 or 2 a month. Or I'm just like, meh. I think part of it is also we work at home. You know? And then, like, it's normal to have a bad day. But anyway, they could still be a thing. I have no idea. If you don't eat enough for a couple of days. Well, I don't have a problem with eating enough. It's usually the quality of the food that would make me have a bad day. Like today, I've only eaten that curry I made. All Octobers are bad for you. Chronic depression is bad. Yeah, I don't have chronic depression though. Like I don't go through long bouts of like just fucking total everything is meaningless. I mean, I might be like paraphrasing a little bit, but things I have heard from people, essentially, they're just like, man, everything feels fucking pointless. I feel pointless. I feel fucking no energy. I don't want to do nothing. Everything feels stupid. Get no joy out of anything at all. Like, I don't know. And then it's just like spirals for a lot of people. I don't really experience that. So if I do have any kind of thing, it seems milder. This is my experience with most mental health things. Everyone's experience seems like a little more intense than what I got going on. Takes effort to get out of bed. Yeah. I've never been like that. You feel like you're oozing through life. On my gloopiest days, I just, I don't have that much bad stuff going on. So sorry that some of you do though. Anyway, let's see where his mental health journey is at in the last 30 seconds of this.
See your cravings shift. To join the Brotherhood, subscribe.
Oh, that's it. So we don't have to have any more of him in this. He is, I don't think this guy, does he have a Twitter? Would be worth looking. Linktree. All right, let's see. Nope. He's just got a YouTube and a book that you can, maybe. Patreon. TikTok, huh? No, it's got an Instagram. I'm not interested in that. Oh, God. I know I still had this up. Anyway, Christians don't have a good handle on their emotions or their mental health. It's never, I don't know, man. Like, they never seem to have a quality foundation for any of the opinions that they have. It is always this, super flimsy, obviously quite religious baseline that didn't prepare them whatsoever for the realities of life or the complexities of human beings, reducing people to little, like, epithets in an ancient book, the observations of inferior men to you or me. That didn't know fucking anything about anyone.